Hey, I'm Steve Oakers.
And I'm Mariah Kaufman.
And we're Steve Oakers Group at Berkshire Hathaway, Michigan Real Estate. I think I said that all correctly. It's a long name, but here we are.
I hope so.
It takes a little bit of practice though. So we are here because...
What broker do we work with?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So on Mondays we have our team meeting, and we just thought, man, it'd be good to just drop some knowledge that we learned together as a team on anybody that really cares about what we're learning. So this is that sort of knowledge jump that we hope to do on generally a weekly basis, unless there's a holiday, to just sort of give you up to speed on what we're hearing, seeing, and doing within the real estate space for our sphere of influence, friends, family, that group, right?
Yep.
So first and foremost is market update. It's not necessarily a specific number or plan or whatever, but we just talk about what's going on with our current clients. As an example, this week, just got an email this morning that one of our sellers took a contingent offer on a house that was for sale in Hudsonville. Took that house about 25 days to go pending, which seems like a long time, but did go pending, and we're actually going to close on that place earlier than what was in the purchase agreement. So contingent offers weren't a thing for the last really 2 years, but now we're starting to see that come back. Doesn't hurt our sellers a bit to take a contingent offer. So if you're a buyer out there and you're like, man, I can't do anything without selling my place first, this time of year, the contingent offer, and as things sit a little bit longer, is becoming something that we're going to start using once again that we haven't used in quite a while. So
yeah, December's a great time to buy. We pushed this message a few weeks ago, and we really saw the result of it. 3 buyers of mine all went pending in the last week and a half or so, and 2 of the 3 were homes that had been sitting for about 2 weeks or more, and they got great deals, and everyone's happy. So I think now is still a great time to buy, get it in. We do have some lenders. It is technically 3 weeks until the end of the year, so you could have
buy today, maybe
Christmas present for yourself. I don't know.
Did you find that then it gave your buyers a little bit more time to look for the right thing, or did they feel a little bit calmer about that offer that they were making and had time to process it a little bit more? Did that help?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't feel rushed into things, and they're also not throwing crazy amounts of money at something that's not actually worth that amount of money.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. One of my buyers, they had put offers in the spring and summer, and they wrote several offers where they had the appraisal contingency, and on this one they didn't have to do any of that. And it was cool that they didn't have to write those extra things to get the offer.
So if you have any friends and family that didn't find a house this spring because it was too crazy, decided just to continue to rent, and would like an opinion on where the market sits right now, we'd love to talk to them. So feel free to refer them in, of course. And then we had Mr. Duffy. This is his little business card. Trevor from Allen Edwin come in. Just ground us again with a little bit of knowledge for 15-20 minutes in reference to the new construction world and all the changes that they have heard and then now are moving towards, which was kind of cool to hear, right?
It's awesome. So they're going to have a lot of new communities where they are really truly first-time home buyer pricing. So you can get a new home and feel really comfortable that you don't have to do anything for several years. And they're starting in the 150s. That's going to be awesome for my first-time home buyers next year. So
this bulk of the 150 to 200 price point, they've narrowed down the selections, right, to really define value-added stuff, right? So when you're value engineering is a term that builders will use in saying, hey, these suppliers are providing this kind of flooring. Let's put that into a number of houses. So you have less control over, I want to pick out this thing or that thing. But when you're talking about a 1960s, 1970 house that you walk in that's 189 to 200 right now, you don't get any choices either, right? Needs a new roof, furnace, those kind of things. So we really think this might be something that our buyers will grab onto next year as they're trying to decide what their long-term plans are of not wanting to do maintenance over the next 5 to 10 years on that new construction house instead of buying the used house per se, right?
That's perfect. I tell my first time home buyers, if we're buying a house for $150, plan to spend like $170 when you think about over the next 5 years. You think about the roof, the furnace, new windows. If you're buying brand new,
you have to worry about that stuff. So we'd love to show you around those.
Yep.
Feel free to hit us up. Trevor and I and Mariah will run you around, but we think it's a nice value that they're changing to. It was really interesting to talk to Trevor about that market shift in where their bread and butter used to be these first-time home buyers, moved away from it, got into that move-up buyer client because that's the only kind of lots that they could really find. But now they're doing their own developments again, putting in roads and saying we really need to build towards the bulk of the market, which is that first-time home buyer market, instead of the move-up buyer, as we see trends changing over the next couple of years, right?
Cool.
So, anything else? Oh, shout out to Northpointe Bank. We always like tchotchke stuff. It's kind of fun to have. So they gave us marshmallows and hot chocolate and candy canes, and Nico loved the candy canes. So thank you, Ryan, Katie, and the people at Northpointe Bank for always coming by and saying hi and supporting us. I think that's it.
that chubby bunny.
Yeah, Chubby, do you
Totally kidding. Have a good day, everyone.
See you guys.